Welcome back. This is the real math of Kemet. So today I will be talking about the roads, and this is message is mainly dedicated to all the road construction engineers, all the organization. Like we have one here in Kenya, which is Kenha, um, which means Kenya National Highways Authority. And why I'm going to discuss here is about the road construction, because where I moved currently there is a road construction, and this one is done by the county government. So I'll be including even those one in the county government level, and also the Kenya Kenha, because whenever they are constructing the road, they use the same procedure. Like it is very important to have one-on-one with the people where the road is going to be constructed. I've been getting bee totem coming in my house, like six of them, something that has never happened. And no matter how much I try to release them, some have gone back to the nature, and others have died to my house. So what I came to notice is that they were begging for water. Currently now it's raining, but at that time it wasn't raining. The sun was so hot, and whenever I went to the tap to fetch water, that is where I was finding the bees sipping those droplets from the tap water. And I I came to realize that they were coming to beg for water. So it is a very important for the road engineers to be considerate whenever they are constructing these roads, because not only humans are involved in these things that affect people or animals whenever the road is being constructed. There are so many things, like the arachnid family. We have the safari ants. Whenever they want to migrate, there is that path that they uses, and so many of the tarmac road have come to disconnect this kind of migration. Safari ants are very much important in our lives, because whenever they pass through the our gardens, that is where they pick the caterpillars which are eating and distracting the crops there, and they contribute so much in a way we have never seen, or we have never investigated what they do in our lives. Even if sometimes they come in our houses, whenever they smell something like where there is a trash, they will come and scavenge those trash whenever they want to collect food and take it to their colonies, in their holes wherever they have dug, or the colony they have built. And it has become like a competition. And also, like I said, the bees also depends on the tap water, because where I'm saying there is no rivers. So this is where they come to sip water at the time when the sun is very hot. And during the time when the sun is up, that is when the bees comes to pollinate the flowers or the nature and everything that is on the garden. That is when the best time for them to come, because that is when the flowers um, blooming, and also um, the smell is the one which attracts them whenever there is uh, a sun. So it's very, very important to have one-on-one with the local people. You can use the mainstream medias like the televisions and also the radios, the vernacular radios, also to reach the people where you have the intention of constructing the road. And also you can make barazas. These are places like public uh, fields where people can gather, like marketplace. You can also build forums there, have one-on-one, prepare the people there mentally, physically. Tell them that what to expect, which buildings to be demolished. Like for now, the other movers are here, clearing the road, expanding the road. And this is the time the people are rushing to demolish the structures which they have erected where the beacons are. And it's causing a lot of mayhem. It's causing a lot of mayhem because, like, the most houses that are much affected are the rental houses where we have the tenants. They don't know what is going on. They have never been informed by the owners. So at the last time that this is when they are rushing, and maybe they don't even have the money um, to move their belongings, and also the work of looking for a suitable house where you want to habit the nature and the peace of mind that you want to achieve whenever you are moving is very, very much important. And it's very, very laborious job to look for a house. I have done it and I know it. So it is very, very important to involve everybody that is on the road network where you want to construct that particular road. You can drop even leaflets to reach everybody, warning them and also telling them in advance. Like you can tell them the people who are in these road networks. You can give like themselves or yourself like 1 year. This is a very, very long time, and even 6 months is 1 year is very long time. 6 months is more than enough because at that time a person can look for that house that will accommodate the family, move peacefully, and move slowly. So it's very, very much important because I have seen the road now is here, cutting all the illegal structures, the sewer system, the water system is also gone. Like for now, we don't have water. It's like 2 weeks now we don't have water, and everybody is scrambling to look for the water for their animals, for the local people, and all also for these people that are staying for their rental houses. Water is very important because that is a commodity you can never ever miss to live without. And also, whenever you disconnect the water on the road, people are forced to go and buy this water. Remember, we are going through a financial struggle at this time, and the people that are living in this area are those people that live in single houses. So buying that a 20-liter jerry can is going up to 10 shillings, 5 shillings. And for a person who has a family, who needs to wash the clothes, the dirty clothes, wash their utensils, and also bathe, you need at least 5 jerry cans per day. So it's becoming a hectic. I'll be sharing a video at the end of this video that I'm making, and you'll see how much people are desperate of water. So it's very, very important to have a water point where you can set aside at that time you are constructing for everybody in that particular road to go and fetch the water free of charge. Water should be a commodity which should be given free of charge. So whenever you are at this level, you are working on this level, people are fetching water on that level, and whenever you move at that level where the water is, you just move it to a more suitable place, a comfortable place where everybody will access the water. And also, it's very important to inform people the situation of the road. For example, for at this time it's raining and the road is so muddy, walking is laborious. So it's very, very important to inform the people if there is alternative routes they can opt to use. Tell them don't use this route at this time because it's going to be messy in a way that there is mud. And also there are people who have their vehicles who do whenever they go out at work they must come back, so it's very, very much inconveniencing people in a way that the road are impassable. So it's very important if there is alternative routes, do tell the people, do tell people in advance so that they will be always much informed on what to expect and the outcomes when the road is coming. Another thing is it's also very important to tell the locals that safety of their children, because each and every time the road is being constructed, for example at this time the children are at home, they are praying, they like running to the roads, coming back to the houses or the compound, the homesteads, and there is heavy trucks, the earth movers are there. So it's very, very important also. And also even the animals, those like the stray dogs, they like straying, they can cross the road anytime without having that second thought. So it's very, very, very much important to tell the people how to take care of their animals, domestic animals like the dogs and the dogs, most particularly the dogs. If they have to be caged at that time, it's very, very much important to be caged or having that noose on their neck, tying them somewhere, maybe untying them in the evening, because I don't advocate people caging animals. It's so much not uh, not so good, let me say that. Sometimes English is um, so it's very, very much important to be considerate on those levels and all these things that I have not mentioned, whichever comes with with the road construction, the demolishing of illegal structures. It's very, very much very important to tell the people in advance. We have seen even people demonstrating if it is a mosque or a church or a public place, that the road and even the where the people they have their shabas and the road want to pass there, it's very, very important to be telling them in advance so that you can prepare them mentally. And also for those people that doesn't want the roads to pass in their shabas, it is very, very much important also to look for another option if that is what they want. They don't want the road because at this time the people are so much in the and so much undivided, because some want the road, some doesn't want the road to pass in that particular community. So it's very, very much important, very much important. So this is what I have seen, and let's strive to coexist harmoniously without chaos. So do have a good day. On the other hand, we cannot fail to mention the benefits of the roads network, road infrastructure, as it promotes economic growth, as it improves the status of that certain area by attracting new development projects like industries, hospitals, office block. More business are open on that area. That's promoting job opportunities and also creating more jobs. And also it's very efficient in that way that it attracts public transport like the matatus. So becomes easy for the people if they were having that difficult of trekking to take the matatus, and they always come to their doorsteps to pick them up. Also in case of emergency, that is the fire, the ambulance, it's very, very accessible. Some roads are impassable, such in a way whenever there is a disaster or a scenario that is so much wanting, you have to access it by the air, and the air transport is very, very much expensive. So it's very, very efficient in that way. And also it is easy for the animals like donkeys. Whenever they are pulling the carts and the road is impassable, it's become laborious and very, very difficult for them. So it becomes easy for the donkeys. Like here I'm staying, there is a lot of donkeys, and they do all the chores and works from the from carrying goods. So it's very, very efficient in that way also. And also whenever there is a need to transport the horticulture, like the perishable goods like the milk, vegetables are very, very perishable. It's very easy whenever we have a good road network. So road network, it's easy because the problems you are experiencing before it was constructed, and the time it was constructed, it's forgotten. Another thing that I forgot to mention is about the shaky structures, poorly constructed structures that are touching the road. And when the earth movers, the heavy machinery comes, some of them do shake like the tail of the rattlesnake. I experienced this in my first house that I was staying. I was staying about 2 meters from where the road construction was ongoing, and the vibration of the heavy machinery could be felt throughout the house. The walls were shaking, the window panes, the doors were shaking. And the other thing is about the compensation of the rad.
the money the locals that are getting, and some people have never seen such huge or have never received such huge amount of money. So whenever you give them the money, they are going out misusing them, and at the end of the day they are left with the more problems. So to me, this kind of money should be banned, the compensation should be banned, but instead they should be given an alternative RAD or an equivalent RAD to what they had before. And the last thing that I noted also is that unnecessary construction of some roads. Some roads are not in urgent of construction. Like where I am, there is a road that is this road that is being constructed. We have a highway which is very near, and also I'm staying very near to the town. There are some more roads. So for me, like this one is so much unnecessary. So it's very good to avoid the wastage of resources, time, and also money.